Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Poshboss podcast. I'm Sydney. So, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while just because I get a lot of comments from people who listen to my content while they're driving or while they're listing or working. And I wanted to kind of create some content that you could listen to anywhere. So, I am posting this as a podcast instead of a video. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you like this sort of content. But this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I am super excited about it. So let's get into the first episode of the Poshboss podcast. We are going to talk about the new Poshmark feature where they are featuring brand closets. This is something they have recently launched. I'm also going to get into some of your questions regarding storage for your inventory and also motivation and time management. So, again, a little bit of news, a little bit of questions that I've gotten in my Poshboss HQ group. If you are not a member, I will link it down below. But okay, so let's get into the podcast. First, I want to talk about this new Poshmark, for lack of a better word, feature. This is a new program that they recently launched that they are calling their brand closet program. So I will link the official Poshmark page as well as a news article down below if you are interested in looking at it. But essentially, Poshmark is advertising that they are marketing to brands like Free People, Lucky Brand. Let me see. There were a couple of other ones. Dose of Colors is another one, and it says Hue coming soon on the official Poshmark page. So basically, this is a program that if you are an official brand, I'm not sure what the criteria are, but if you are a big brand, you can basically partner with Poshmark and have a Poshmark closet where you can sell your items. For example, Lucky Brand and Free People both have Poshmark closets now where they are selling brand new Free People items to Poshmark shoppers. Let's see. Just going down the page. It talks about reaching millions of shoppers. It talks about how Poshmark is going to be offering, it says, proprietary seller tools, third-party logistics integrations with Commerce Hub and other partners, plus automated product and fulfillment solutions. Real-time tools to support one-on-one clienteling and offer critical business insights. Then it goes on to say, receive end-to-end enterprise team support, weekly review of business results, access to weekly seller trainings, dedicated expedited customer support for your clients. So these are just some basic information about it. Again, I will link this page down below so you can go and look at it. But essentially, they are advertising large brands in the Poshmark blog, emails, things like that. They are marketing this to the Poshmark shoppers where people can now go on Poshmark and buy brand new items. The news article, which is from PR Newswire, it says Poshmark launches first of its kind brand closet program, opening its social marketplace to brands. So they are essentially comparing this to like a digital mall, to where brands can sort of reach a new audience essentially on Poshmark. So very interesting to me that Poshmark is choosing to market large brands. I really don't know the whole point of why they're doing this. I mean, obviously to partner with brands, it's going to mean more money for them. It's just interesting that they are choosing to advertise these large brands who don't really need a lot of advertising. I feel like it kind of puts a damper on small sellers, to be honest, is how I feel about it. I'm not really sure how it's going to affect sales. I'm sure it will, just because these companies have way more people who can list items and share items. I don't even know how that works on their end, if they're, having to share their items. I'm not really sure. I just think it's really hurtful to small sellers, to allow. I mean, I don't know if they could tell a brand, hey, you're not allowed to have a Poshmark closet, but for them to go and advertise these brands is kind of a whole different story, just because I feel like if somebody's going to buy something from Free People, if they want something new from Free People, they're either going to go to a Free People store, or they are going to go on the Free People website and just order it. I don't really understand including Poshmark as the middleman, unless they're just trying to reach people who are already shopping on Poshmark anyway. Like I said, I will link the official Poshmark page of this down in the description box. Just a really interesting feature that Poshmark has launched. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Definitely leave those in the comments below. If you are in my masterclass, we are going to be doing a training. I'm going to be posting a training very close to the time I post this. If you are in my masterclass on kind of diversifying income, to where, a lot of people are pretty upset about Poshmark advertising large brands. So if you're in my masterclass, definitely keep an eye out for me posting that training in the group. If you are not in my masterclass and you would like to, definitely send me an email. It's poshbosshq@gmail.com, and I can send you the details to get signed up for my masterclass. Again, I'll be posting the first training on diversifying income, to where things like this won't affect your business, and then you won't be as emotionally affected by them. That is a really huge key in maintaining consistency in your business, is to diversify and get consistent sales by not putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Like I said, if you're interested in joining us for the masterclass, definitely send me an email, poshbosshq@gmail.com, and I will be in touch with you. All right, so next I want to talk about some storage. I constantly get storage questions about inventory from people in my group asking, how do you keep this organized and keep it from taking over your house? So I'm just going to give you my personal experience and my personal take on it. My first recommendation would be to, however you can, to get your inventory out of your house, and to not keep your inventory in your living space. And that might not mean out of your house. Maybe it means, in your garage, or in a shed, or, something, an in-law suite, whatever you have. But, either get a storage unit or get the stuff out of your house, because it is very overwhelming. And as you grow, as you continue to do this, you will accumulate more stuff. And it's going to get even more out of control. So that is my advice if you are struggling with, clutter and this taking over your house. Probably the easiest solution is to get a storage unit if you don't have anything outside of your house, or if you live like in an apartment or something like that. I highly recommend getting a storage unit. Something that I wish I would have done a long time ago. You really need extra space, especially if this is something that you eventually want to do full time. Most people don't have room in their living space to keep their inventory. Okay, so last topic that I want to talk about for today is motivation and time management. This is probably something I get asked about the most. how to stay motivated, how to get everything done. And I'm just going to be realistic with you guys. There is no real true answer to this question because everyone is different. Everyone has a different lifestyle. People have different schedules. People have full-time jobs. People have kids. It really depends on what your situation is. I will say there's probably always going to be some sort of struggle that you have in terms of convincing yourself to work or convincing yourself, to organize your schedule. I will say if you were in the beginning of this and this is something that you're really trying to get started, you will have to devote more time and you will have to start saying no to, going out or, really, especially if you have a full-time job, you're going to have to devote as much time as you can, as much of your free time as you can to getting this going, to sourcing, to listing. Even shipping is going to take you some time, but it's always something that's going to be evolving because your life is going to constantly be evolving. So you kind of have to think of it in terms of discipline and not motivation. You have to have discipline to, make yourself work around your schedule as that fits into your life. Motivation is more of an emotion. So you're not always going to have motivation. Your emotions change. You're not always going to have motivation. So you have to get yourself to a point where you have set your schedule and you kind of set yourself on autopilot to where, you're working on your business no matter what. You're working on your business whether you feel motivated to do it or not. You have to treat it as though it's a full-time job. So, if you get up, you can't just get up one day and decide you don't want to go to your full-time job if you have bills to pay. So you kind of have to look at it like that. Definitely set work hours for yourself. Sit down, write out your schedule, see where you have free time, and create work hours for yourself. If you don't do that, if you don't make yourself a schedule, you're not going to be as consistent, which is going to keep you from making sales, and it's really going to hinder your business. So your time management is going to depend on your lifestyle and your schedule. And I highly recommend just sitting down and writing out your schedule, writing out everything you need to do, and really figuring out when you have chunks of free time where you can work on your business. Especially if you are first starting out, you're going to have to devote more of your free time to your business and to getting it started. If you have a full-time job, if you have kids, your schedule is going to look very different than somebody who doesn't have a full-time job and who does not have kids. So you really have to sit down and evaluate your life and how much time you want to devote for this, and really sit down with your goals, figure out if you want to be full-time reselling, if you want to be part-time reselling, part-time at another job. Write down those goals and really put it all on paper where you can see when you have free time to work on things, what you want your goals to be. And when you can sit down and you can visualize and you can really see all of that in front of you, it's going to help you a lot more in terms of your time management. You just have to decide that you're going to work on your business. It really comes down to you being disciplined to work on your business and not treating your business as something that you only do when you're motivated to do it. It's discipline, like people who go to the gym every day. They make themselves go to the gym every day. Some days they might not want to go to the gym. They might want to stay in bed, but they get up and they go anyway because that's the difference between motivation and discipline. They're not motivated, but they're disciplined and they're going anyway. So you have to really just work on your business anyway, and stop thinking about it in terms of something you only do when you are motivated. Okay, guys, that is it for the first episode of the Posh Boss podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, leave me questions, comments below. And if you are interested in joining my masterclass, definitely send me an email, poshbosshq@gmail.com. And I will see you guys in the next episode.